We are back in full effect for after the show behind the scenes with our very own, I done claimed her, y'all, Candice B. Woods, our mindset, I want to say extraordinaire, but she's a mindset coach. She's getting your mind right, y'all, putting faith
Mhm.
in business together and aligning it and showing us how they work hand in hand and talking to us about how we can benefit both spiritually and financially doing
Mhm.
things for the kingdom. There's a book in you. She's going to pull it on up out of you. If
Oh
there's a
yeah.
business in you, she's going to get you right and on the right path so that that comes to fruition and
Mhm.
using biblical principles while doing so. So, absolutely amazing woman, woman of God, entrepreneur. Again, like I said,
Mhm.
mindset extraordinaire slash coach, Candice B. Woods. So, hey, how are you again, Candice?
I'm fabulous. I'm fabulous. Thank you for having
Wonderful.
me.
You're welcome. So if y'all missed it, you missed a treat earlier this morning. You got to make sure you tune in to SatHERday's with Shalimar J at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Preach the Word Worldwide Network. If you are in the
Mm.
Atlanta, Georgia area or any of the surrounding cities, it's channel 16.5. If you have a Roku TV, if you have the Amazon TV, you've got your Fire Stick, you got Apple TV, you can watch it by downloading the Preach the Word Worldwide Network app, and it can be watched on the television, on the tablet, on your devices, on your phones, wherever you are. You can go to www.ptwwntv.com at 9 a.m. Eastern Time on Saturday and click Live TV, and you can watch it on the website. So there are so many ways for you to tune in and catch the show. But what we do after the show is what we're doing today. We kind of go on because, baby, it 28 minutes and 30 seconds of network TV time is never enough when we go to talking about God and His goodness and all the things that He's done. And when you have a
Mhm.
desire to help His people, it's a passion, and
Yeah.
passion doesn't diminish. It's a fire that stays lit. And so Candace was talking to us and she was giving us some good stuff, y'all. I was just speaking to her before we transitioned into this part of the second part of the show. And I was like, I didn't know when to stop. I didn't know when to be like, all right, girl, let's cut it off now because it was getting real good. It was like she was just getting started 30 minutes in, but she was
Yeah. I
getting
felt my
started
help,
27.
Shalimar. I felt my help. I felt my help.
It was good when she, started it. I was like, oh man, it got real good. When she went to the first and then second, I was like, oh, okay. And then third and that I was like, well, God dang Lord, what I can't. So here we are to talk a little more. So I have said enough with my intro of her. She has Destiny University. Listen, for real, Candace, real talk. I saw it
Ooh.
just as clear as day. Just as clear as day. I saw this
Mm.
building. So I don't know, girl, when, but it will in
Yeah.
Jesus' name. And the
I
people
receive it.
coming in the building.
I receive
This
it.
parking lot, girl, listen. I,
I receive it. I do.
yes, I feel that thing. I see it. I
Mm.
promise you. So anyway, Destiny University is virtual right now,
Mhm.
and it is. I, she's doing big things virtually anyway. And I'm going to have her to talk to y'all about what Destiny University is. She has a book, While I Wait. It's for y'all single folks. I say y'all because I ain't single no more, but baby, I was. And if I had While I Wait while I was waiting, I probably would have waited a little differently than I did. Woo!
Oh yeah.
Good grief. But it's she's gonna talk to y'all a little bit about that. And go in whatever direction God leads her to go with you all on this afternoon. So, like I did earlier in the morning, Candace, I'm doing now. The floor
Okay.
is you and the Lord.
All right. So, again, thank you for this incredible opportunity. It's it's an amazing feeling, especially when God sends divine connections, like along your path, especially when you don't always uh, understand the path or the journey that God has you on. So, anyway, Dex University. What I'm a mindset business coach, as you stated. I deem myself the mindset architect, and I started business a few years ago, about maybe about 6 years ago or so. I actually wrote my book while I was still working my day job, and so anyway, it just started out just doing what I knew, just using the skills that I had. I loved talking about purpose. And so I started out with youth and young adults talking about how to find your purpose while you're young, and while you're, in high school, and starting to think about, just that language of what it means to find your purpose, because I do believe that people don't talk about it, a whole lot. And so I wanted that for the young people. And so I started out there, and over time I wrote my book about my own journey, and from there, I ended up at a crossroad about whether or not I was going to continue to stay on my day job, or if I was going to move home. My father became ill. And so I decided to step out on faith and start my business full time, as a coach. It wasn't quite in business at that point, but just as a coach. And so I stepped out on faith. I started just doing mindset coaching, and then God began to send just prophetic words. I'll just be, in attendance at a church event, and this prophet would say, you're going to teach business, and you're going to teach kingdom principles in business, and you're going to teach people how to align it. And I was just like, are you serious? Like, wow, And so I just be, girl, I had to embrace it. I had to embrace it, because I was like, okay, God is entrusting me to do this. And so I ran from it a little bit. I still kept trying to do what I felt like I was fit to do. And then I got another prophetic word, right? And not long after that, that confirmed it again. And so I started doing more business coaching. And so I was a solopreneur. I know what that's like for a lot of people. And so I wanted
Mm-hmm.
to help people get started in business and help you with the mindset piece, because the business is business. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of us, we struggle with beginning to see that we're worthy, that what we have has value. And so we struggle with that, and understanding that God can use our gifts to make room for us. And so I wanted people to understand how to do that. How do you take your gifts? How do you take the skills and all this other stuff that you've gained over the years in working for other people and fulfilling their dreams and helping them reach their bottom line? How can you now take that same skill set and create a business from it? And so Destiny University is my virtual platform where I'm able to help people learn how to build their businesses on the principles of God. And so we do everything from branding and marketing. I help you write a book. I help
Mm-hmm.
you start a speaking platform,
Mm-hmm.
and I help you with all of that good stuff. So yeah.
Yep, she sure does. Um, and let me explain why I said that. I have
Yeah.
had opportunity. I was kind of touching on this earlier. I've not experienced the full Candace B. Woods. I haven't had the full Candace B. Woods experience, but I've experienced enough. Um, I've seen how she's impacted other women and now men, um,
Hmm.
in their goals and going through their process, and it being so fulfilling. I think one of the main things that for an individual who felt like it was so unattainable to now start seeing it unfold, and having
Hmm.
someone like a Candace that believes in their vision without even knowing completely what it is.
Hmm.
I don't see what you see yet, but I believe in what you see.
Mhm.
All you need is a push.
Yeah.
And I joked about it earlier, but I'm gonna say it this time because an observer. I've always
Mhm.
been all my life. I thought that I was actually going to be like an editor because I pick up on so much.
Mhm.
When the lady that was working on my book cover, girl, I picked up on some stuff. I was like that little corner right there by the hair. She was like, "Oh, I see it." And my daughter, and I'm going back to what my point was, but my daughter had heard me talking about it. She was like, "Mommy, can I see what you were talking about?" And she was like, "Mom," she said, "Listen, perfection, yes, I get it. I'm not trying to say it's got to be perfect, but the fact of the matter is, it needs to be an excellence. And this here is a representation of the God that I serve. And
Mhm.
if there are any little imperfections," I said, "Now, you know, Mommy had turned something into a lesson." She was like, "What?" "Say any little imperfection, if you see
Yeah.
it, you fix it, even the little things." I said, "So
Mhm.
now, it was just a simple imperfection. But to a person, and you got to think about the people that you impact. Somebody could pick this book up and be like, oh, see, she ain't even catch that. I wonder if she can catch the stuff that I'm dealing with." You
Mm.
someone think that way, but something as simple
Yeah.
as a
Yeah.
minor imperfection becomes a bigger deal for someone else. So I was
Mhm.
talking to her like that, right? And anyway, so what I was saying earlier was that what I observed was that she's got this little look that comes before she transitions into. I mean, I'm not gonna call it the other version of her, not her alter ego. We ain't going that route. But she like goes to another mode. I've only seen it happen twice. Okay. I never really knew the Candace story because I never heard the story before. And she and
Oh
I,
wow.
we ain't known each other since we was born. And you know, it feel
Mhm.
like it a little bit. We have known each other forever, but we haven't. But she does this little thing. Like it's like I don't know, it's like a movement and then a movement. I guess I gotta do it to make more sense of it, but it's kind of like a sit up, tilt, and then now. And then
Oh
this is
my
one of those
goodness.
things you make after you say something, and it's like either you realize, like, oh, I done said something, like, oh, God, you said that, or it may be someone's response. It is like a, oh, oh,
Oh my goodness.
I said, oh, okay. And then she ends that with, but y'all know me. Y'all already know how I am. Y'all know me.
Yeah.
And all of that
Oh wow, that's too
speaks
funny.
volume because that is respected. That's like the love language
Yeah.
that you have
Yeah.
with your clients. They pick up on that, and y'all, she tell you what to do, and you better not do it. Then I can help you say, Lord, I ain't gonna not do because I don't want to hear. I got to do what she said. Oh, do what? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get it done. But that's a level of respect, right?
Oh wow.
The people will not respect. I don't care. I'll say this: how much money some people pay for certain things.
Mhm.
If you don't respect the person, the company, I don't care if you. I'm supposed to pay my car note. You done gave me this money. I don't care. I could care less about you, ABC lender. I ain't gonna pay you nothing because I don't care. And then let you tell me no, you won't give me an extension. I'm really
Mhm.
mad now. You ain't getting nothing because there's a lack of appreciation and
Yeah.
respect for what is being given to you.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
sometimes, even in a service such as this, as your training, a person could have a lack of respect for you, regardless of the fact that they paid for a service or whatever. It's
Yeah.
like, Child, I ain't gonna do nothing. And then she'll call you out, like, I can't make you do nothing. But you wanna do it because it's like, dang, you kind of borderline feel like you're telling Jesus no, like, Lord, I ain't gonna I'm not gonna tell you no. Okay, I'm gonna do it. I don't want to do it. I'm gonna get it done because you know, coach. And then when she throw a scripture at you, just makes you feel more convicted. Like, well, God, no, okay, I'm gonna
Yeah.
do it. But it's all out of love
All in love.
and love of God and love for God's people.
Yeah.
So you got to have somebody, and this is something. Speaking of the coaching thing, Candace, and those that are watching. kind of like preaching. Okay. You got to be careful trying to throw titles out there. All right. Because there's a weight that comes with it and a responsibility.
Yes.
Real quick, previous marriage, I've been married twice, pastored a church, my first marriage is a whole nother story.
Mm-hmm.
That was not what I wanted to do, but it was what he wanted to do. And it kind of,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't say this on the show earlier this morning, um, because it didn't come to mind, but I will say it now. When I started SatHERday's with Shalimar J, and I'm going back to the title thing, I started it like, what? There was nothing I wanted to do. Like, that wasn't my dream. It wasn't something I
Mm-hmm.
contemplated. It was literally 2 o'clock in the morning, close to 3, and I woke up and he dropped it in my lap. And then he had the nerve, Lord, I ain't trying to be funny. I'm just using this as an example to say, and you're going to start social media with people you don't know. I was like, where am I finding people? A Facebook page with no friends that I know.
Mm-hmm.
When I tell you, every woman I've interviewed, I never seen a day in my life, never physically met them a day in my
Yep.
life, but
Yep.
everybody has a similar story to mine at some part of my story.
Yep.
And I said all of that to say this. And I have had, I want to say almost everyone I've spoken to, I'm like, girl, Lord, I see it. But he's not failed me yet because he told me every woman that you bring on your show will have a story and their
Mm-hmm.
story you will connect with. I was like, okay, God, okay, okay. I didn't second guess him, but I just couldn't see it. But I married a man. I went into ministry because that's what he wanted. I
Mm-hmm.
gave up everything, stopped
Mm-hmm.
working, gave my
Mm-hmm.
whole savings, his dream. I'm pushing him, put all my stuff on the back burner, emptied out my savings account, emptied out my checkings account, got everything for the church, and
Wow.
for him to lie, cheat, have babies in our marriage,
My
beat me
God.
up, spit in my face, and leave and tell me about it with a text message and took all the money. 21 cents I had left to my name in Jesus.
Jesus. Wow.
So when you were talking about pushing somebody, and then after they were pushed, they were gone. When he had what he got the
Yeah.
business, tax ID together, building together, church name out there, saved up his little money. He got what he needed from me. Got him, took the car, got a car. When he was done, he ain't wanted no more. So I
Yeah.
know how that feels.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yet again, God has proved his word to be true. Every woman,
Yeah.
I will see my story to some degree in them. But titles, you gotta be careful. Coach this and coach that.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes people jump on this coaching thing because it's the thing that's the hype right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm anybody's
Mm-hmm.
coach.
Mm-hmm.
Well, coaching, depending on what you're coaching, you need to have experience in that. It ain't easy being a mindset coach. That
Nope.
means that in order for you to be qualified to help folk get their mind right, yours had to be all wrong.
Mm-hmm. You better say that.
And then you have to figure out
Mm-hmm.
how to get this thing right. That's
Yeah.
no fun.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you enjoy it, and correct me if I'm wrong, you enjoy what you do,
Mm-hmm.
but the struggle then and even still now is real.
Yes.
This ain't no I'm doing this because of the funds that come out. It's because it's got to be for the kingdom. Because
Mm-hmm.
coaching folks to get their mind right can cause you to feel like you're about to lose yours.
My Lord.
I done told you 15 times. If you follow the steps, but mindset. People
Yes.
need help here, but it's here too. It's connected.
Yeah.
So though you're
Yeah.
helping the mind, you're healing the heart.
Mm-hmm.
And that takes work and dedication. And I
Yes.
know you dedicated, baby, because as much as you be putting this stuff out there and coming up with these tools and these guidelines and all these sessions you've got going on, what is my point, y'all, in saying all of this and telling you this little bit about Candace? She ain't playing no game. She's not
Mm.
saying she's a mindset coach because it's the fad right now. She's not
Yeah.
saying, I'm pushing you to where you need to go. I'm pushing you to purpose because, everybody talking about purpose. No, I'm
Yeah.
telling y'all, I'm an observer. I done watched. I sat back. I
Yeah.
still gonna talk to you
Yeah.
some maybe the end of the year last year. I said, I don't know yet, but I got to talk to you.
Yep.
I
Yep.
didn't know
You
when, I
did.
didn't know how, but I was watching. I wasn't stalking. I was watching and I was listening because I take this stuff
Yeah.
seriously, especially the things of God. But
Yeah.
bringing faith, business together and aligning it, she
Yeah.
ain't playing about that, y'all. She's
Yeah.
not just saying this just because it sounds good. And she's talking about what she's done successfully. So listen, if you want to get your mind right, if you want to align faith and business, and look here, even if you aren't quite sure what faith looks like, she's got you.
Yeah.
It's still a little preacher up in her, y'all. You know,
Oh my goodness.
the preacher come up a little bit sometimes. The prophetic
Yeah.
comes up a little bit sometimes, but
Yeah.
she'll get you there. And
Yeah.
one other thing I like, Candace, you don't start everybody at the same place.
No.
Now, they may start in the same class, but you meet them where they are
Mm-hmm.
and you
Mm-hmm.
move them along according to where they are and what they need. And you're not
Yeah.
afraid to say, I mean, in a very considerate and compassionate way. Okay, I understand, what you want, but can I tell you this?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's gonna work. Let me tell you why.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you need to shift the way you see it. Mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Shift the way you see it. Doesn't mean
Yeah.
that what you're trying to get cannot be achieved, but it may not need to be done that way.
Mm-hmm.
What is your goal? What are you trying to get out of this? And so that's what you're getting, y'all.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
the woman before you that will coach you and push you. And I know I done talked a little bit since she spoke, but I feel like I need to say this so that you understand. Because sometimes,
Wow.
folk, if you got a service, you're gonna tell everything good. I'm gonna sell myself well, but you need the reviews of other people to help you really feel like, oh, so she's for real, as they say. Yeah, I'm giving a review, y'all. I haven't been through the whole program. Tell me, I watched. I sat back
Yeah.
and I watched. So you can take that to the bank. Ooh,
Yeah.
and then go when you go to the bank, watch your money grow because she done got your mind right up here at Destiny University.
Yes,
The
ma'am.
mindset. Well, you
Yes,
say you're
ma'am.
what did you call yourself? The mindset.
Said
Hold on.
architect.
Architect. I ain't gonna take it away from you.
Yeah.
I done gave her another title, y'all. I'm gonna stick to her. The mindset
I'll take
architect
expert. I'll take that too.
extraordinaire. So
Extraordinary. I'll take it. I'll take
she
it.
puts it all together, y'all. And
Yeah.
we need that though. Serious talk. Even like if we talk about like a preacher, I was mentioning titles earlier. A preacher's got to put the sermon together. You got your notes, and all of it's got to, you got to put some order to it. She helps
Yeah.
y'all put this stuff together, y'all. I'm telling you, she does it, and she
Yeah.
does it well. Her information is on the screen. CandiceBWoods.com is the website. Facebook is Candice B. Woods Coaching. Instagram is Candice B. Woods Coaching.
I'll make it
So
easy for you.
it's very simple, y'all. And everything you need is right there. She will work with you where you are. Just talk to her. Don't be afraid. Let her know what you got going on. I'm promising you guys, she's going to get you where you need to be. You just got to trust in the Lord first and then trust in who He's led you to thereafter. So
Amen.
thank you again so much, Candice. It's been well today with you, honey. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. To God be the glory.
Thank you.
Tune in
Yeah.
next week, you guys, right here, same time, same place, just a different face. If it ain't going to be my face, it's going to be somebody else's face. But I appreciate you all for tuning in. You have a wonderful day. And again, as I said, I'll see you all next week after the show behind the scenes. Bye, guys. Here's a little commercial break. All right, that was it. Bye, guys, again. Have a good one.